We were very successful with a couple of Caddyshack items, these two being specifically. We also had a Gopher in a golf bag that would pop up and down and move his head to the I'm Allright, you know, the song from Caddyshack. This was actually the Caddyshack Gopher wasn't my idea. It was the owner. The owner wanted to do the Caddyshack Gopher, so we got the license and we worked on it. And it's basically using the hip swinging module, so like the 12-inch Santa, the skeleton putting on the Ritz, and then it's the same hip swinging where it swings the hips and the arms move up and down like the big head and the pop culture pieces. You know, it's funny when we first did it. It had this. The first sample I saw when I was over in the factory was great. I mean, the head kind of hesitated as it was going back and forth, and it was great. You know, so I ordered a bunch of samples that we could start sending to retailers. And then the samples I got in were horrible. I mean, the head just moved back and forth, back and forth. So I asked the factory, you know, why is the head different? They go, oh, that was a mistake. There was a problem with that motor. That's why it did that. I go, but that's what I want. That was so much better than just going back and forth. So we ended up kind of doing it with an IC. You know, we end up changing, you know, making some more pause as it was going left and right. So let me play this guy. He doesn't hip swing, but you can see the head moving. So instead of just constantly going side to side, he's kind of hesitating. But you know, he goes up and down. He's hip swings. And it's really, really cool movement. We sold a lot of this piece. And then later on in the pop culture, we did some smaller versions. We had like, you know, John Belushi, Bill Murray. We did like a small Louis Armstrong. We did a small James Brown, probably a few others. And we did the dancing presidents, Bush and Obama and Clinton. You know, so we did those guys too, all on this size. It's still a big head character. It's still a character. The head is oversized, so it was easier to get it approved because it wasn't an actual realistic sculpt. He doesn't work. We had a bunch of sayings. He had, well, actually, I think the sayings do work. So let me play the sayings.
Hey, Llama. How's about a little something for, you know, for the effort?
The mouth should move, but the mouth's not moving. But you hear the sayings.
Gunga, galunga. Gunga, gunga, la gunga. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Cinderella story, out of nowhere, former greenskeeper, now about to become the Masters champion. Big hitter, long, and that's all she wrote. He's got a beautiful backswing. Oh, he got all of that one. You're lean, and you're mean, and you're not too far between either, I bet, are ya? You beast. You savage. Come on, bark like a dog for me. Let's in the hole. Hey, Llama. How's about a little something for, you know, for the effort? Gunga, galunga.
Interesting story because Warner Brothers had the license to the movie, but they didn't have the rights to Bill Murray, and they were no help whatsoever. So I basically got the rights to Bill Murray. I mean, they had a Caddyshack restaurant. There was a couple of them. I talked to, I think, one of his brothers. I talked to the manager there who managed all those restaurants, and I finally got it. You know, I contracted Bill Murray, and I was like a living legend at Warner Brothers because Bill Murray wouldn't do anything with them. They couldn't get him to do anything for, you know, the Caddyshack movie. He always turned down everything. So for some, we were able to get it, and just working through kind of back channels. We were able to get the license. The piece did well, and not as well as the Caddyshack Gopher, which was a really big item for us. All right, thanks.